Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to see the Pixel Plus UI for this Poco X2, which is based on Android version 11. So guys, let's begin. As you guys can see here, here is the Pixel Plus UI. The Android version you can see here is 11. The security patch level here is April 5th 2021, and the kernel by default we get here is the Radcliffe kernel, so which is really a great kernel. Now going back, here is the settings. This is the settings, and the UI here is a little bit changed from the Android 11, the stock settings. This is the home screen, and here we get to see the Pixel launcher available. Here is the quick settings like the Oxygen OS, similar kind of. So first of all, we will looking at the settings here. So going to the systems, these are the options available, and in the gestures here you get to see the gesture navigation, and you can hide the pill and everything. You can customize the gesture pill if you want. From here then you get to see the option lift to check phone. This here is just not working. I'll just show it to you. As you can see, lift to check phone here is just not working. This is a bug present here. Then going back, these are the other options, and you get to see the system update. There are no system updates currently available. Let's just check for the system update, but here the updater shows the update check failed. Please check your internet. And as you can see, I am connected to the Wi-Fi, and the Wi-Fi here is just working perfectly fine. So I don't know, this is also a bug present here. As soon as I click on check for update, this is the error it shows. So yes, you will not be able to check for updates. So yeah, then moving forward, these are just the basic options. The Google, the digital well-being here is available as usual. In the security, these are the options, and the fingerprint scanner here is just working perfectly fine. As you can see, no worries with the fingerprint scanner. The face unlock here is also working absolutely fine. The app locker here is also working. I'll show it to you. This is how it shows, and on clicking it, the app locker here is just working perfectly fine. This was it for the security. The security here, all the features here are just working perfectly fine, and you are getting the inbuilt app locker, so which is a great thing. Then moving forward to the sounds and vibration, here also everything just stays the same. Nothing here has changed. This is the direct sound enhancer. You can enable the hi-fi noise from hi-fi DAC from the headphone jack. So yes, these are the options available. This was the MIUI option available here. Then going to the battery here, these are the options, and the battery life I must say here is average, but here also there is a bug that this graph just don't get reset when you charge it over 90% or anything, or even if you restart the phone, this graph just don't reset here. And if I show you the full device usage, the screen on time here is showing 2 days 9 hours and 24 minutes. So yeah, but talking about the battery life here, I'll just show it to you how much time it takes to charge the phone and how much screen on time we are getting. So as you can see, for charging 12% to 83%, the phone took 1 hour 27 minutes. So yes, which is a long time to charge, because in this ROM also the phone charges only at 18 watts, not more than that. Then another here, this is the usage, from 91% to 19%. The screen on time I got was 5 hours and 3 minutes only. So yes, the battery life on this ROM here is average, and this was at the 120 Hz display. As you can see, the refresh rate was whole time set to 120 Hz. So at 120 Hz we are getting a decent battery backup of 5 hours for as you can see, for 72% battery drain. So yeah, which is average in my opinion. Then going to the settings here, in the display options, these are the options, and here these are the device specific option, and you can set the refresh rate. These are the 3 refresh rate you can set: 60 Hz, 90 Hz and 120 Hz. You can also set the refresh rate to 90 Hz, which is a great thing. Then moving back, these are all just the same options: the double tap to wake and ambient display and everything. Here ambient display is just working perfectly fine, no issues with that too. Going back, this was it. Then talking about the customizations, here is the pixelizer. These are the customizations available. The first these are the status bar customization, the double tap to sleep. As you can see, this is the option available, the brightness control and the 4G icon. Then moving forward to the quick settings, you can enable the network traffic indicator and use the accent color. This is what it looks like, the accent color. This is without the accent color. So these are the some changes. Then going to the lock screen, these are the options, the force fingerprint authentication. Here is also there is a bug in the force fingerprint authentication. I'll just show it to you, that when you reboot the phone, you can see here restart. So guys, if you still haven't subscribed to the channel, then please guys subscribe to the channel, and there will be the name of the Telegram group here. Join the Telegram group if you still haven't joined it. And this is the boot animation, and here also this is a bug, the white blinds up here on the top and the bottom. So I have set the fingerprint to like the force fingerprint unlock after the reboot also, and when I just unlock it with the fingerprint scanner, as you can see, this is what it shows. The phone is starting, and this will show until you unlock it using the password. So again I will just unlock the phone with the fingerprint, and still it will just stuck at here, and just nothing will just go forward. But when I will just unlock it using the password and go, now the phone will just start, as you can see. So yes, this is also a bug present here with the force fingerprint to unlock after the reboot. So yeah, this is a bug present here. So just turn off this option, the force fingerprint authentication, after the unlock, after a reboot or lockdown. So yeah. Then moving forward to the extras, these are the options, the vibrate on connect, which is very useful option for me at least. So yeah, I am glad that it is available. Then you get to see the swap buttons and everything. So this was it for the settings. Now moving forward to going to the home screen, this is the home screen, just the same. This is the pixel launcher available here. Going to the home settings, these are the options, just the same pixel launcher settings. And talking about the fluidity of the ROM here is just lag free, I must say. I haven't faced any lags or stutters while using it for 15 days. I haven't faced any lags. The ROM here is just snappier and smooth. As you can see, these gestures are working perfectly fine, and the ROM here is just pretty much very smooth. On swiping right to the home screen, this is the Google feed we get to see. This is the quick settings, and here everything here is just working perfectly fine. The Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, mobile data, 4G VoLTE here is just working. Wi-Fi calling here is also working perfectly fine. And this is here from here you can change the refresh rate, which is also working. Then talking about the screen record, here is a bug in the screen record. I'll just show it to you. So as you can see, this is I have screen recorded, and you will notice the lag here. As you can see, the frame drops in the screen record. I don't know at how many frames this is recording, and you don't get to see the option to change the frame rates. So yeah, this is a bug present here. It will capture the audio properly, but the screen record will be laggy. So yeah, this was the bug present in the screen record. Then talking about the camera here, the default camera, by default we get to see the ANX cam here, which is working perfectly fine, the portrait mode, and these are the more options, the 64 megapixel mode, vlog mode, time lapse and everything. The 64 megapixel mode here is just not working. I'll just click a photo in front of you, as you guys saw, and in the photos, in the details, as you can see, it has been captured in only 2.8 megapixel, and the size is 1.6 MB. So yeah, the 64 megapixel mode here is just not working, and the vlog mode here is also not working. I'll just try, and as you can see, it will just stuck here. I'll be just not able to do anything. So yeah, this is also a bug present in the camera. The vlog mode and other features are just not working. 64 megapixel mode here is not working. Otherwise, the portrait mode, the photo mode, the video here is also working perfectly fine. You get to see here the stabilization option, but here the steady video is just not working. This is the super steady mode option, but here is was just not working. These are the video options at 1080p 30 fps, 1080p 60 and 4K 30. Everything here is just working fine, and you can record the macro video. Then you get to see the pro, and also the pro video mode here is available, which is working fine, as you can see. So yeah, which is a great thing that pro video mode in this ROM here is available with this ANX cam. Then talking about the Google camera, as usual the Gcams here are just working perfectly fine. This is the Gcam 8.1 I am currently using, so which is working fine, no worries. Okay, then talking about the safety net here, as you can see Poco X2 the safety net status has passed, and the banking apps here I am using the U Mobile, and here it is working perfectly fine, no issues with that also. Then talking about the performance here, the Geekbench scores, here are the Geekbench scores, the 506 and 1391. So yeah, the scores are just average and pretty much good. So talking about the overall performance, the performance I have just no complaints, each and everything is just working perfectly fine. The performance is good, the ROM is snappy, the ROM is fast and fluid enough, as you can see here. So yeah, I have just no issues with the performance of this ROM. The performance will be just top notch on this ROM. So yeah, this was it for the Pixel Plus UI. Now let's just talk about the bugs. The bugs, these were the bugs which I had just shown you. Otherwise everything here is just working fine. The bugs were that after the reboot, the fingerprint option here just works, but the phone just stuck at phone is starting and everything. So yeah, this was the bug. And another bug was with the screen recorder and everything, which I had just shown you previously. So guys, that is it for now. If you enjoyed this video, then don't forget to hit the like button. If you are new to this channel, then please guys subscribe to the channel, and if you have any questions, then you can ask me in the comment section below or in the Telegram group. I'll meet you in the next one. Till then, stay safe, have fun, and goodbye.